Hey, coffee nerds. Look, this is an espresso machine. This is our Magister Stella with the E61 head. Ow, that's hot. Be careful of those; they get hot. We've been running this machine sort of as our employee espresso machine. It's fantastic. I love it. My only complaint is that it runs the water through, like the pressure isn't super high. But once you learn that limitation, the temperature is fine, the pressure isn't great, but as long as you get the dose and the grind right, this thing can make a really nice shot of espresso. Anyway, I'm just rambling. It stopped working. The other day I went to make an espresso and it just steam came out. And I was like, why for just steam? Why? And so I took it apart. Underneath the E61 head, there's a strainer. And then above that is this little mushroom shaped thing that screws in place. So the water comes out behind that little mushroom thing. The mushroom thing distributes the water out over the strainer. The strainer goes into the portafilter. So the strainer had gotten a little clogged and gross. So I thought, well, okay, we'll clean all this stuff. We took the little mushroom thing off of it. We cleaned that out. Still just steam. I messed around with it and I determined that the problem was the pump had died on it. I think that was the problem. I was pretty sure that was the problem. Everything else seemed to be fine. So I ordered a new pump for it. And today I put the new pump in. I would show you what it was doing, but I've since fixed it. It was a pretty simple process to swap the pump in it. I managed to do it earlier today with an arcade full of people, only getting to spend like a minute or two at a time dealing with this. But it was actually pretty simple. The only problem with this one, the pump is held on in this little rubber mount thing, and I had to get the two bolts off to get that out. Those little bolts were those little nuts were a little tough to get at, but other than that, it was pretty straightforward. So I took the video for it. I'm going to do a voiceover because we had music in here at the time, and I don't want to get a copyright strike. And I would occasionally, I've got my head in this thing and I'm talking to other people, so it's just going to be better to do the voiceover. Anyway, if you've determined that the pump is the problem with your espresso machine, do not be afraid to go in and swap it out. It was pretty straightforward. The pump that is in this, and I'll show you that in a second, they are basically the same pump that's used in a lot of like home espresso machines. It's a vibratory pump, and it was pretty inexpensive. It was probably about $65, $70, I think, at the end of the day. So not bad considering this machine is like 1,000 plus. So it was worth the fix. Anyway, let's get on to it. This is the video on how to fix it. Okay, here's the espresso machine. I have already taken off the 4 screws for the outer housing. There they are. Case just pops off pretty easy. We'll turn this. All right, there's the old pump right there. We've got the new pump here in this box. Yep, same size. Wait, it goes in this way. There it is. So we have to disconnect that hose, and then this one on the bottom, which is the intake hose. And then we have these 2 nuts. There's one at the top and then one down at the bottom. The one on the bottom is going to be a little awkward to get to. So my plan is to take off the top nut. We'll disconnect the hoses, and then we can kind of lean the pump off to one side so that we can access that bottom screw a little bit better. And I realized, I should probably take the water reservoir out and unplug the machine. So, do that first. Okay, these hoses have little retaining clips, so you just pinch those open and slide them off, and then you drip water all over the place. So remember, hoses are filled with water. And we'll take the intake hose off. I couldn't get my fingers in there to do it, so we'll just use some needle nose pliers. Perfect. Now this one, you have to use some wrenches to undo it. Probably because this takes a little bit higher pressure, so they want to bolt this all into place. That's the outtake from the pump, and so that's going to have a lot more pressure on it. And yeah, we should probably unplug it. Black is the ground, and then the blue would be the positive side, and that's on the outside. Now we can get in there and get to that nut. All right, we've got that out. So this piece is just it's just a little barbed fitting. This one actually will have to unscrew. It's threaded on the inside there. So we can just pop that off of there. And then we'll move our little rubber mount over and stick that little angle piece back on. This one didn't unscrew by hand, so you had to get some wrenches involved. There are little notches you can see on the pump. There's a little notches in the brass fitting that you could put wrenches in. And the plastic piece that came off had that as well. As I was kind of test fitting this, it seemed a little loose. I don't know if it would leak or not, but I thought just to be on the safe side, we'll just put a couple wraps of Teflon tape on there, just to be safe. I wouldn't want to have this leak and have to pull it all out again. So, and that tape's not going to interfere with anything. Okay, there we go. So we'll mop up some of the water that I spilled from my hoses that are full of water. And the plan this time, I'm going to get the pump mounted. We'll hook up the lower section. We'll attach that nut. We'll do the top section. We'll attach that nut, and then we'll reattach our hoses and power. Little fiddly getting in there. Okay, get that top nut on there. I'm sorry you can't see what I'm doing because my big chubby fingers are in the way. Okay, we'll connect the intake hose. We'll get the little retention fitting put on there. This was a little awkward to get at. And then we'll slide up that retention fitting. We'll reconnect the power. I actually had a moment here where I was like, wait, which one went where? And then I saw on the very top of the pump, there's actually a marking that shows which is ground. You can see it right here. Yeah, that's for the black wire. Okay, we'll get the outtake connected. This is the one I was a little worried about might leak, just because that's where all the pressure is from the pump. When I got it all back together, I didn't put the cover on it. I fired up the machine, let it sit for a while, let it pump a few times, and just kind of kept my eye on that, making sure it wasn't going to leak. And it didn't. We'll get this retaining clip back on. And then that will be it. Hook up our little water reservoir. Plug the guy in. So when I turn on the machine, because this is that hose going up the top, it's going to push water up out of the pump. And there it goes. The lower hose goes back to the reservoir. So it's like an overflow type deal. Everything seems to be working. So I just let it sit for a while. It's getting pressure. We'll check and see if the pump is pumping. Yep, there it goes. And then I just want to check and make sure that we're getting steam and we can get hot water out of it. Steam works. And hot water works. Perfect. So let's try making a shot of espresso. My one minor complaint about this machine is that it doesn't have a whole ton of pressure. As long as you get the dose right and the grind right, you can kind of overcome that limitation. If you put way too much coffee in it, if you do like a big dose of coffee, it really kind of struggles with it. And you can see it does come out a little bit slow. But we're getting a pretty good crema on it. Looks okay. And good as new. Perfect. That's all it took.